We thank God once again for being here to share this message that God placed in my spirit last night and this morning, confirming to me it's very pertinent. We oftentimes hear couples, married people, engaged people, people with significant others speaking negatively, adversely about their relationship, speaking that which is versus speaking that which they desire. It's our belief that we need to begin the process of speaking those things we desire far more than those things that are. We have a very powerful opportunity when we speak. We know that words become what we intend them to be. We use words to express anger, sadness, happiness, excitement. Is manifested by our words and how we use them. In relationships, it's vitally important that we learn how to speak life. If we're going through trials and tribulations that we will later count as joy, we must learn how to speak through that storm. When you're going through the storm, if you were with another human being, there is no need for you to continually remind them you're going through a storm. They already know you're going through the storm. It becomes vitally more important for you to share with them how will you get through the storm. That you might begin to meditate, think on, cogitate for inspiration and revelation on how you will get through the storm. We remember when we were told that there were weapons of mass destruction that were in a country in the Middle East that justified a war and tremendous loss of life. But we later learned that the greatest weapon of mass destruction is the misappropriation of our tongue and the misuse of our thought life. We know that whatever we think about and meditate on, at some point in time, it will become successful and prosperity will be the end result in whatever that is we are meditating on. One of the things that we need to learn to do is figure out how to use words to our advantage, how to speak those things we want to see happen versus speaking those things that are. It becomes much more powerful when we find individuals who are willing to express their desire and willing to take the risk in speaking those desires at a moment in time where they seem least likely to succeed. It's easy for us to confess where it is today, what challenges we may be going through, especially in our oneness. Let me give you a secret, give you a hint. When you want to make sure your oneness is together, and you want to make sure that you will have every opportunity to enjoy the oneness that you so desire, you need to speak that desire affirmatively, and you need to speak it proactively, progressively in the positive present tense. Even though young people who may be going to school know that they have to go through 4 years at a minimum, if you go according to the requirements, when you ask them what they want to be, they speak in the affirmative right now, those that will ultimately be successful in achieving that specific objective. Those that you ask that question to that seem confused or seem still not sure of, they have not crystallized, they have not come to a final decision, or they're not resolved in their capability, they're still wondering if in fact it's something that can be achieved, they become your 5 and 6 year students. The same thing can be said about those who are not able to withstand the illusionary differences that we have when we are married or when we are together. When these differences come about, when they appear to be things that could cause us problems, we must mature to the point where we know and understand this is just an illusion. It's an illusion. It's another challenge. It's another opportunity for me to grow and to develop. You see, oneness is about integrating two individuals to learn how to come together harmoniously in a relationship, yielding everything that you ever need. Each and every one of us came out of the same activity. We may have, some of our parents may have enjoyed it and some may not have enjoyed it. But we are the end result of the same activity. This is an activity that we also have the ability to enjoy should we learn how to sacrifice for each other, how we learn not to be selfish with each other, how we learn to speak the words that demonstrate what we desire versus the words that confirm what is. There is little value in speaking the challenges that you face each and every day. But there is tremendous value in having objectives, goals, and a plan, and having a vision that is far greater and superior to any theoretical problem you may have in your relationship. I want to encourage you today to know and to understand God has blessed you immensely. All of the storms and trials and tribulations you have experienced to this point are designed to put you in a position to realize, to execute, and to fulfill your purpose in this dispensation. Part of that is learning how to give of yourself, how to be willing to give up everything to find perfection in that which God ordained from the beginning. We live in a world today where this beautiful institution that we call marriage is suboptimized, marginalized, and made fun of. That so many people today would even say, is it relevant? Let me tell you, it's very relevant. This institution, this laboratory, this environment is what God made available to each and every one of us so that we will be able to go out and handle our business in a way that would not only confirm what God ordained from the beginning, but it would give great hope, great admiration, and provide a great example for a world that's lost itself, for a world that's been turned upside down in its value system. We encourage you today, speak life. Reject the temptation to speak death. Reject the temptation to undermine your partner, your spouse. Instead, speak life. Let them know how much you appreciate them, how much you love them, how much you will sacrifice for them. And let them know, just like you did in the beginning, that they're worth more to you than anything else. Come to understand that your spouse is your most valuable asset. And your spouse has been given to you by the Creator. He desires for you to experience everything He ordained and designed from the beginning. Speak life. Don't be found guilty of speaking death. Until the next time, peace, love, and understanding.